Right now, joining me live is Louisville Metro Police Chief Paul Humphrey. Chief, thanks for coming in. Let's pick up on today's developing story. You've arrested 3 men. 1 is charged with 19 counts of animal cruelty. You also had a case back from September 9th where you're asking people for help in identifying the owner of a dog that you all believe was abused. Is this a new initiative by police? Are you becoming more involved in these animal abuse cases, at least lately?
No, these animal abuse cases are something we've always taken seriously, and we've done collaborative work with Metro Animal Services for a number of years. But the big thing is on this case, this came in from a drug trafficking tip about a person selling spice, and through the course of the investigation, we identified not only was he trafficking in drugs, but he also was in possession of a gun as a convicted felon. And we also identified the issue with the dog, so we brought in Metro Animal Services. And when you're talking about somebody who's willing to abuse a dog, that's some of the lowest of low type of people that you get, to just abuse something that will show you love unconditionally.
Talk about the ATV issue right now in some neighborhoods. Didn't really realize it was a problem, but South Louisville's been having an issue. The mayor brought this up the other day. You all have now a new drone program, which you've been using. We do have some video of some of the recent cases where you've had the drone launched. How would it work for the ATVs? Would you actually launch the drone to get over the drivers who are going through the streets?
So the ATVs are first of all, the ATV issues, particularly down around the flood wall and stuff in South Louisville, have been a problem for a long time and have been a nuisance down there. So any tools that we can get to help us assist with that, we're going to use. And the drone program, between the DFR, the drone is first responder, so those are fixed drones in different areas of the city that we can fly at a moment's notice. And it's a really outstanding tool because it supplements our air unit and gives an extra set of eyes to any situation.
Would you actually chase the ATV drivers? Or
so there's some different parameters that have it, and we'll be able to follow cars to some extent, follow ATVs to some extent, and be able to identify the drivers, the vehicles, where they go. And we've already been able to do this to some extent just in having this program up and running for just a few weeks and not being fully staffed. To be able to have drones get up in just a moment's notice, and then we can switch them out depending on where things go. We're going to do that in conjunction with our patrol drone program so that we can get these drones up. You see this right here.
Yeah, this is a daytime video where it zooms in right there, and officers are talking to some juveniles. Possibly you were called to a call about juveniles with guns. They're sitting right on the hood of one of the cruisers there.
Right, and these 2 videos that you have are just a great example of some of the things that we've been able to do to make it safer and make it more efficient for us to apprehend people.
This switches to a nighttime video of a missing 14-year-old.
And so this is a thermal image, so a heat image. And so we can use this not just in crime situations, but this is a missing child that we're looking for. And
just last week?
Just last week, and we're able to find this child. And having the additional tools like this and that real-time information is better for both the community, and it makes it safer for the officers. You know, we're out here chasing kids with guns.
So it's illegal to drive ATVs, of course, on public highways and in Louisville Metro parks. The fine could be up to $500, but the mayor even brought this up that you all would like to possibly crush some ATVs. You've been able to do 1 car, the Charger. What would you have to do to get state lawmakers? They need to pass a law to be able to do that?
I think it would be under the same parameters as crushing a car. But the big thing is when you look at ATVs, Kentucky is one of the highest states in ATV deaths in the country. It is a dangerous thing to do. And so when we're talking about public safety, community safety, stopping that type of behavior in an unsafe way is our priority. If that means that we have to crush your ATV or your car, then that's what we'll do to make sure people are safe.
There's one underway. There's that SUV underway right there.
Right.
So we've had problems with street racing and the street takeovers. Is ATV now the new problem you're seeing in different neighborhoods?
No, I wouldn't say that it's a problem that has spiked, but it is a problem that we've seen persistently, and particularly in the warmer months, we see it year after year of dealing with ATVs, and like I said, particularly on the flood wall in South Louisville.
One thing you're asking the public is to weigh in on your website and give them public comments about your use of force policy, which is all laid out there right there. Why is that so important to you? What kind of changes have you made?
Right, and this isn't a new thing. It's just that we started producing our policy online with a comment section for the public to be able to give us feedback. because not only do we want the public to understand what we're doing, but we want them to have input on what we're doing and how we're policing. And so we have the ability for you to go to our website, click on the button to give us feedback on what that policy is. And we think that's very important as part of our transparency process, so that people know what they can expect from police officers and feel like they have some input in how the department operates.
All right. Chief Paul Humphrey, thank you so much for always coming in, talking to us live. Again, police are asking for your comment on their use of force policies and the changes noted there. Go to the LMPD website. The deadline again is November 3rd.